Hey folks, how you doing? Wanna show you something what I've done really late. 11, I just took a shower, 11 at night, but I just couldn't sit still, even though I'm tired after the whole last couple of weeks with all the knife making and everything. I couldn't sit still and I had to do something, and this is what I've done. Now, this is what I would call probably the mean baby of Excalibur, because this is smaller, but this is a lot thicker and a lot beefier. It's also made from the thicker steel. This I thought that it was 3-inch wide, but I think it was 2.5-inch wide. Stuck the height of the steel here, and that let me do really nice contouring even on 18-inch blade. The whole thing is 18-inch long, so because it was wider steel, I was able to do the whole nice and rounding off the whole thing. It's 3/8 thick, so just so you see, guys, this is regular Sharpie, right? Check it out. The Sharpie is pretty much the same exact width, thickness. You know, the diameter of the Sharpie is pretty much the same exact thickness as this. So grab a Sharpie and check it out. That's how thick it is. It's insane. Gonna go full high convex. This is an 01 tool steel, and because it's so thick, I will go full high convex. I'm still gonna have plenty of mass up front. It's still gonna be nice and heavy. Right now it's still over 2 pounds. My scale doesn't pick it up, so it's but again, because the big handle, this is smaller than on the Excalibur, but the same concept, except with one difference. The front little curve is shorter, is 1 finger shorter, so when I grab it, actually my pinky comes on the end here, and it's gonna fit probably even better on the bigger hand. My pinky comes on the back, so I have front finger choil, 2 in the middle, like curve, pinky on the end. The curve here, this little bump, is so small that it should actually be very comfortable with the handle and round contouring on the handle. And if I go all the way back, I have that bulb on the end to lock the hand in, and again the same principle. Index finger up front in front of this little knob, you know, securing it a little more, and having just crazy chopper with all that weight up front. Gonna do probably these holes, the two back, 2 up front, and then 3 in between, and probably just another 4 lightning holes, just, you know, just to drill it there. I might as well drill it, and it will give me, if I change my mind, it will give me more options in the future. Logo probably here. Now I had to leave this a lot thicker than I normally do, because I'm just too worried about warping, because 01 is old quench, oil quench. Unlike all the steel I've used before, they were all air hardening, and there's a lot less risk of warping at the quench. So I did leave this significantly thicker, which will mean a lot more work after the heat treat. And this was insane amount of work. It took me like 8 belts. For older used ones, little used ones, I just killed them, and I think 3 or 4 brand new ones. A lot of work, a lot more. Even though it is smaller, this was a lot more work than when I did the Excaliburs before. Because you might not think so, but that difference of the 9/32, which is this, and even the first Excalibur was, that is quite a lot of difference in the work. Now this I was actually able to cut with my bandsaw. The bandsaw I have, I was actually able to cut the corners a little bit, which helped a lot, you know. I don't know if you can imagine, but if you have a stock like this is 2-inch wide, but the same thickness, 3/8. Now grinding off this or this or this, there is a lot of metal to remove, and I just ground it off with on the belt sander. It's what I find the most comfortable. Unless I can cut the corners with the bandsaw, I do it, but this steel is just too thick. It's way too much for my bandsaw to do, so that cannot handle it. And it was insane amount of work, but I'm happy that I got it done, because it's gonna be a kick-ass knife. I think I love the shape. I love how it feels in the hand, because it has a lot of mass, so it will be very powerful. but because the way it's balanced, it's gonna be nice in the hand. I mean, I look at that. I have my balance point only about 1.5 inches from the finger, from the middle of the index finger, and it has 2 pounds. So imagine that you're gonna have a lot of chopping power still, but it's not gonna be so you don't get so much fatigue in the hand, because it would be too blade heavy. And I'm kinda excited about it. We'll see. It's gonna need very thin, very thin handle scales, so it won't leave me much space for running off the handle. Actually, this is so thick that it would be actually comfortable even if I would just round off the metal itself, which is insane. No, I could never do that, but it's so thick that it would make for a decent handle. And let me know what you think, guys. I'm very happy with this. I love the shape. I love that whole curve of the top of the blade. I love that huge belly, because it was a wider stack. It came up with the really huge belly up front, which will be really nice. And I'm quite happy about this one. Like I said, because it's so thick, I will be able to achieve really great cutting performance because the angles will be really nice and lean, but still gonna have plenty of mass up front for chopping, and it will also make a great splitting tool. So very excited about that, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll get them done soon, because I have a lot of metal to grind if I want to make it as a batch, not just like one-offs once in a while. And I have to do it by, as a at least 5-6 knives to make the heat treat worth a while. So hope you enjoyed, guys. Let me know what you think. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.